Welcome to Cobra Agent. This is a vision that we've been discussing with other truck drivers in the middle of the night, in the morning, and we have been brainstorming this for a few months now. And we have the brand, we have the mission statement. This is a presentation to the select view, to people in my inner circle that I'm sharing with you as we begin this journey. So here's the presentation I did promise you, and I did promise this was going to happen. So let's get started. So just this is for truck drivers by truck drivers under the brand Cobra Agent. One world, one page. It's the main. It's the startup that's sponsoring this. This is my startup, but never mind. So let's move on. What's the mission statement? The mission statement is to guide the ecosystem of truck drivers by creating an iconic organization that is made by truckers and for truckers. This means if you're not part of the trucking industry, you cannot be part of the organization. Pretty much everything that's we want from the truck, what's relating to the truck driver. So your GM, your recruiters, all of those who are part, you have to be part of the industry to be part of this organization. We can have a farmer or whatever, it's an actual organization with a specific purpose, with specific people in mind, but it was made for truck drivers, giving truck drivers the upper hand, and then bringing everybody who helps truck drivers beneath all of us. So we hope to bring changes that will last a lifetime. And I mean, we're talking about our kids and when we are gone, and we want to be proud of this. So what we thought about this deeply, and we say, what could really bring change? We said, the first thing that we can do is to change the industry we will build and maintain Cobra standards. What are the standards where truck driving schools will be given Cobra points, and we will give support to schools so that they can grow and prosper, because we understand schools are the lifeblood of the trucking industry. We do have schools that are called bubblegum that I learned from an instructor who's 70 years, 3 weeks course, 2 weeks course, and they come on, and that's the main reason that we want to change, and we want to this Cobra stars will be sponsored by other corporation where we will, if they bring out really good students and they pass the Cobra standards. So it's a long story here, but you get the picture. This is just a quick introduction, and I will go into it into the future, but we're going to move on. So we're going to also move away from schools, and we're going to go to actual corporations, because one thing that I want to make clear is that we're not creating a company that's going to create a fleet of trucks and we're going to compete with. No, we are not interested in creating a trucking company whatsoever. We're going to change the industry by working with them. We're going to go to the in-house training with major companies over the road, and we're going to create our own Cobra rating that is 3 to 4 weeks hands-on, with a collaboration with leading trucking companies, so that all drivers who hit the road are actually safe drivers who have zero accidents caused by truck drivers in general. So every single company, if you're already doing this training, you're taking out you as a trainer, but depending on what rating and what feedback we're getting from the trainers, and we want to separate the best from the best, and we want to give credit for those companies that actually give an opportunity to African Americans, to people with criminal backgrounds and so forth. We want to give them credit. We want to give credit to those people who do this. Okay, so with that said, it's a long thing, but we'll be going into this at another time. We will create a company that does not compete with any trucking company, like I mentioned, to change the ecosystem of truck driving companies and serve professional drivers in the United States and Canada under Cobra Agent brand. So for now, we're just going to start with the United States. So what other services that we're going to provide for the driver? We talked about what we'll do for corporation, but what are we going to do for the drivers? And this is from drivers, after talking to drivers, brainstorming, this is what we came up with. The future is now and is here, and we're going to change this. New standards in employment. I mean, how people hired and get fired. I mean, that's old school. We have CSS scores, you have a dark report. I mean, what's the point of going through all of this? We're going to change the way people are hired. You will never be fired and you will never be hired. You will never be fired and hired in the same system. That's what I'm trying to say. You can move from one company to another, but our goal is to change the way things are, because right now the way things are, they're just not the way. It's not in the best interest of truckers, the way they are treated, the way they are hired, the way, there's a big competition. And what we're trying to do here is represent truck drivers. Literally, you're going to just remain your company. We're going to give Cobra points to you and your DM, and we're going to promote that within the company, where we are mediation between the driver and the company, so that you can stay at your job. Now, the services that we're going to provide is the Cobra agent is, contract negotiations, for drivers and trucking companies under one roof. That also includes mediation. That also includes, you can't treat all truck drivers the same. People who are loyal to you, who love you, who've been there many years with you, they deserve a different type of contract. More pay, more vacation, more things. So your contract should be tailored to how hard you work. I mean, per mile that they pay, it's okay, but and can you turn? Okay, so let's say you have to make a decision. Should you turn as owner operator? We'll put the down payment for you. We'll tell you. We will make those tough decisions for you, with you, and say, here is some money. We know you're short on rent, but you have this good record. You've made money, but here we're gonna cover your rent. We're gonna cover your bills. Go ahead and be an owner operator. You'll do what you do, and you will make money. We'll take that risk for you as a driver, if that makes sense. So, with that said, I'm gonna play this video, and I'm gonna end it right here. Video one. We want to just show you what we mean by we're going to stand by you. And I'm going to play this commercial to make a point.
Farm jokes for every one of those moments. This is ridiculous. It's one of these. This is my car. What? This is ridiculous. This can't be happening. This can't be happening.
What's happening, sweetheart? Oh, it's happening, sweetheart.
Shut up. Shut up. That's why State Farm is there. Car insurance for when things go wrong. Easy here. Car helps to help life go right. State Farm.
Well, we're going to end this video here, and we want to be next to you, and we want to be part of your life, and we want to make that file for you, and we do not want to abandon you as a truck driver. We're trying to make something different, something very interesting, something amazing. And I'm going to continue on the next video what we're going to do exactly. So end of video part 1. I want to keep it short and simple and sweet so we can move on. So join me on part 2, changing the trucking industry, period.